Yeah, man. Going up against USPs here, by the way. But Zoking doesn't last too long. I was wondering to see whether or not he was going to get much done. The answer is no. That's a good shot, though, from Jam Young. Does equalize the numbers advantage. Back to 4v4. But Astralis with a lot of map control now. Kaze from Megaton is going to be quite impactful. That said, Jam Young, that second player, as they've obviously seen one of them on the site. That was Dupree, but where is Glaive? Now the smoke comes down. He does have a P250 here, but it doesn't matter. That's great from Kaze.
Didn't think that Vici was going to be able to get back in the site there, but that's a very, very sharp shot from Kaze to be able to open
Astralis. Yeah, look at all that utility that gets thrown out by Vici. I think that was 2 Molotovs, 3 Molotovs, a smoke, everything. Jam Young has to hold tight here on ramps, on his own, I might add. He starts getting charged down by Astralis, but very quickly out, and Orman overpeaks the corner. Kaze goes down there as well. Very nicely recovered, though, by Advent, as he cleans up the bomb carrier as well. It's just Magisk and Device now, but Device has an angle and an AUG. And at that kind of range, I mean, the AUG is going to be perfect. So we're into a 2v2. Astralis barely invested anything here. Zoking should get Device, and he will. But this is a hefty, hefty cost to pay for a round win as Vici. And in fact, I think Magisk can even get the bomb down here. No one's on A. Yeah, he will be able to, assuming he actually drops down.
He's just taking his time, though.
Well, he may as well. Like, a deagle in your hand, 2 shots is all he needs to win this round.
Yeah, and I think the damage is more important than the bomb plant for Astralis at this point. When they got 2.4 plus across most of their players, they're not going to be struggling for the utility too much. He does put down the bomb. This is not undoable. There's no Molotov to get him off the site. Zoking can chuck a nade on top of him if he comes in through Squeaky side, but it's all it takes from Magisk is just 2 quick headshots and this round's over.
If he gets across here, this could be pretty big. Are they going to check? He's definitely heard the player on ladder. That'll be the end of Jam Young, and now it's into a 1v1. Magisk could definitely win this round. Zoking does not have a kit in his back pocket. Out through Squeaky goes Magisk. And now Zoking knows that he has to try and win this round off the back of just defusing the bomb. Smoke down now. Magisk charging forward. UMP in hand. And Zoking, I think he's just done it in time. No, he hasn't. And that'll be a round win.
That's probably the best case scenario for Vici. For someone like Kaze, if he positions himself correctly, he can use that AUG to great effect to be able to find picks on these players on outside. But how do you even do anything against that?
Don't know, mate. Seems like Magisk has picked up where he left off.
Ah, that was a rhetorical. You don't.
You don't do anything, no. But like I said, I mean, that's pretty much what he was doing on Inferno as well. So it's no real change up for Vici.
No, they're going to try and push in towards lobby side to get themselves some kind of positioning. But I think Astralis, the more that they clear out upper, is going to be able to read this more and more. It's going to be the double wrap in through Heaven and Annex. A split into upper is a lot of pressure on Jam Young.
Good flash through. Jam Young completely wide. He had nowhere to go. And Magisk here, going to try and make the entry onto Squeaky. That's actually well executed by Zoking, but inevitably should be traded down. Advent taking a look into the exact scenario that we played out in our heads for what could possibly go wrong for Vici on this CT side. You know, once Astralis gets ahead of you with the economy game, once they've got that momentum, you know, it doesn't matter if Vici wins the pistol.
Forget about the early round if you're able to even just shut down some of those quicker plays with the utility. Heading forward, you know, into the mid to late round, you're already seeing Astralis just out-positioning Vici, constantly catching off the rotations.
Not a single gun lost for Astralis in round number 4. Young Jam. Let's see what he's going to be able to do. It's just been lathered all over Glaive's toast. Orman does get a trade back, but even still the bomb plant goes down for Astralis. That's a nice pickup. Although it's a 1-for-1, Zipex did actually manage to grab one. Does at least give Vici some semblance of hope maybe of making a retake work here. Dealing with that lurker. That said, Device might well just shut things down very quickly, but he doesn't. Into the 2v2. Zoking has been now spotted, and the second player, Advent, should swing and get the frag. He will. It's Magisk. And Advent on the bomb has to defuse. Nothing else he can really do there. Didn't have any utility.
They can even navigate their way through that round effectively enough in the mid to late round to be even able to close that out.
See what Zoking elects to do here. Going for a little bit of a push into Heart. But doesn't seem that's going to worry Astralis all that much unless they come and retrieve the bomb, which they're going to have to do. Glaive is on point. Pointing right at Zoking's head. Kaze seems like he'll be checked as well by Magisk, and not quite properly enough. So that does mean one player drops for Astralis, but in the grand scheme of things, you are not disappointed by that at all.
Being this time that instead of heading down Secret, Magisk is actually up on Silo with Zipnix in towards the lobby. So this looks like a bit of a different play. Probably some pressure over towards the Heaven and ladder base area. Allman spotted them all out, but he's under so much pressure and he goes down as well.
Just got way too much to do there, and a very nice creep from Device, waiting for the peak of Advent.
That's why the Krieg is so strong. Those are the kind of angles that as a CT you should be able to find yourself something on, but with the SSG, you just get your head banged off straight away.
Soaking's done some good damage, but not aware of the player above him. That was Dupree. Jamyoung on his own. Just watching from Silo. So if Jamyoung does inevitably end up pushing up the stairs here, he's going to be copping a bullet to the face. Magisk has been a bit of an aimbot so far in this game. Feels like he's really been hitting everything.
Some promising form.
Timing's not great for him there, but the flash does end up forcing Jamyoung back. So it'll be on to Dupree to get the job done here, and he will. No problems at all. Open the account this time. That's nice for Vici, but Dupree does double down. Was waiting to see whether or not he would be able to control that spray, and he did. Again, it's just the same old story, right? Vici start off well, they get one pick, and then capitulate. Astralis explodes, and there goes half the team. In fact, more than half the team.
It's just the difference between playing Tier 1 teams and playing teams in your domestic region, you know. Yeah. Tier 1 teams so experienced to make their way down Secret, where Kaze is on the angle.
Well, needs to hit that, and he does. Gets the incendiary down as well, and won't be chased.
This is the best scenario that Vici has been in, especially with Allman in the back of warehouse here.
Should be tradable here. There's nowhere to go for him now. It's a one-and-done position, really. Gets a little bit of a damage onto Magisk.
There's 3 players in towards lower for Vici, though. They've stacked that area of the map, so with only Advent in the upper bomb site here, if Astralis finds the timing onto him, this could be round over, but the double flank in from Secret.
Device aware of it, though. Zoking doesn't get the kill, and Kaze able to trade at least. But now that turns it back to 2v3. Zipex is having an expedition down toward lower, making a lot of noise on his way. Kaze's gotten himself into control. That's a great shot. Kaze now starting to wake up here. I don't know that Zipex is going to have the time to do much. He's been tagged down to 12 as well.
He could just wait out the time, but it's not even going to matter. He's got 12k in the bank, Jordan. He's going to pick himself up an AWP to potentially save, but Jamyoung gets him in the back. That's Vici getting themselves 2 rounds if you Kaze. Not a whole lot.
Did Dupree spot Orman there? I don't think he actually did. Either way, Orman won the aim duel. Jamyoung also catches Glaive, who was diving in there looking for a trade. And the bomb's in a bit of no man's land here. Vice might be able to do something about it, though, with that AWP.
Key players usually going to be Zipnix in this this situation. Can sort of make his way through lobby and try to find a pick. He was playing quite defensively there. Vegas going to try and see if he can find something with the Krieg, while Zipnix pokes and prods his way through door, I think. Plan is just to crunch lobby.
Well, Krieg's good for 1. Krieg's good for 2. How many more?
He's got to pick up the bomb, that's the problem. But if he was able to pick that up, that could have been a pretty good scenario for Astralis, actually, with Zipnix locking down Heaven.
I mean, Orman was so low. All it would have taken was 1 shot. I think now for Zipex, he's just going to try and get behind Orman.
Probably just looking for damage at this point, really. Your economy is so far ahead of the other team that every single kill that you get is such a...
In a row for Vici.
Not bad. Time maybe still going to be making their way quickly through Annex and splitting upper, it looks like.
Oh, not a bad entry from Glaive, but Orman, he can't quite get both of them. Just fell off the line at the wrong time, otherwise he probably did get 2. In the end, 2-for-1 actually favours Astralis here. We know how dangerous that can be for Vici. Advent's posted up on the bomb site, gets some good tickles across to a couple of players, and Jamyoung helping out now as well before he gets traded down. But Advent just not connecting any of these shots.
Both of the CTs rotating in towards that upper bomb site, though, and Astralis is going to make their way to lower, and with Device locking down the angle to vent, there's only really one place they can be rotating in from. Unless they're going to die.
Well, there's one that's going to die. Kaze with a shotgun AWP does get punished for missing. They're expecting a weaker buy here, and they run right into Soaking, who sprays both of them down. The SMG's proving to be too powerful. Advent with the alligator chomps up Glaive. And Astralis are going to be feeling a little bit worse for wear after this, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I think that was like the worst round that they could have gone for that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
It's a bad read.
was a bit of a weird round for Vici to be putting together a buy, and I think most of that decision was predicated on the fact that Allman had a lot more cash than everybody else, so we could have actually got Kaze and AWP and bought up around that.
Yep.
And that's why you had a bit of a weird read from Astralis that, you know, it was a solid one in the fact that they thought that there probably wasn't much chance of a buy. Most of the players would have had around 3k in the bank. Why would you put together one? But the AWP really changes the decision being made there, and it's a very one-sided round for Vici. They pick up
And it's surprised that you can't win. You have to throw the basketball through the hoop that's too small for the bowl.
You know all the tricks, Jordan.
Or the
Were you a carny once?
a ring over the bottle that's too small.
There you go.
Jam Young, see, once again has an opportunity to step up for his roster, but is swimming with the fishes.
Famous.
Yeah, it's rough.
That's it.
He did get the first headshot on Declave, I'll give him that. But FAMAS is as FAMAS does. Astralis on the B bomb site. Bombs planted now as well.
Decent save from Vici Gaming, though. You look at their cash that they have, they can probably put together a pretty good buy in the next. Problem is that Astralis, if they're able to come away with a convincing round like this and keep a lot of their players alive, which they have so far, they're going to have enough money to be able to continue to buy, and any potential of resetting them towards that 15th round is gone for Vici Gaming now. So they're going to be facing straight gun rounds with not a whole lot of cash in the bank. That gives Astralis some big potential to be able to get themselves double digits on the T side of Nuke here.
I think they should get double digits as well. We all know that this series is very much
less of a read to be able to react in this, and you see that that's why Jam Young hasn't even rotated off ramp yet. They don't even know they're in lower, and he's just about to make his way down there with his knife out and get killed instantly.
Not wrong.
That's round over.
Pretty much. Vici are now probably thinking about trying to save these weapons. 3v4, I just don't think they can go for it. But that looks like they will. And this will be where they just get fully reset going into the final round of the half. There's one from Dupree onto Zoking, another from Glaive onto Advent. And Orman cottons on to the fact that maybe this isn't actually on.
I will say, you know, Vici, they're not doing particularly well in this map, but they do have some sick mullets going on.
Yeah.
That is a great mullet.
They don't quite pull the trigger because of the incendiary nade that was popped down. Orman expecting someone to drop through the vent, chases down, but there's no one there. And then Advent does a little bit of sneaking himself and runs into Glaive.
Yeah, and Glaive, he's just, you know, poking and prodding at the door smoke. Meanwhile, all this is happening.
How's Dupree walked out?
I don't know. And Device is even all the way through outers as well.
That's insane. Looks like it's going to be too easy of a round to finish the half off for Astralis. Vici needs something special now to turn this around. Maybe the
10
timing.
steps ahead.
Oh, Device is watching, never mind.
Yep.
There goes Orman, Kaze as well, and on to Jam Young, as it has been many times before. Dupree will spot him out, and finishes it. Will be imperative here for Vici if they're to get the ball rolling on the right side. Here on Nuke. It does seem as though a smoke has been thrown out there for Vici. Not sure where that actually ended up. I can hear it, but I can't see it.
Well, all the action's happening on ramp, where, you know, some trades have gone back and forth, but Zipnik's still trying to make his way back in towards the ramp area. Lowers. Does get traded out. There's just more Astralis players at every twist and turn, Jordan.
Yep. There goes probably. Okay, Vici, no purchase here, so quickly into the bomb site, right into Dupree. Oh, this is going to be fantastic for Dupree. He's licking in his lips. Very hungry to pick up some of these eco frags. Device does steal one, so it won't be the ace for Dupree. Look at him go. He's like the Flash. Barely. It is if you're Astralis, or if you're an Astralis fan.
I think Astralis are not too excited either, to
no,
be honest.
probably not. I mean, this is a standard day at the office. Device.
I think they get excited when Vici starts killing them.
Yeah.
They're like, whoa.
Now I have to try.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Am I wrong?
Whoa.
How's Glaive gotten across there?
Good flash from old mate Device.
Old mate. Can always count on the old mate. So it's 5v3. Vici have picked the bomb back up.
They've got no meaningful map control. They haven't got ramp. They haven't got secret.
Okay.
They've literally made no inroads into this round, and that was their best chance. Allman coming through Annex there and finding a freebie.
Well, for Advent and Jam Young, I think it's more of a matter of time than anything else. That's a nice shot from Advent. At least does get to pre, but he still has to deal with Magis, who... Oh, actually, he didn't get the spray through, but Device!
That's
Poor.
not good.
That's a big nuclear bomb, pretty much, that's been thrown in there from Astralis.
What?
Wow.
Where did he cop that first dink from exactly?
Don't know, but the second
There
one
was no one on his screen.
The second one was a deagle. Either way, still numbers advantage for Astralis, so it's not really the end of the world right now.
No.
They're just not spotting too much over the top of that smoke, and now it's going to fade, which makes life a little more difficult here for Vici, because Device can now start to swing. Kaze will probably look for the trade. I don't think it's going to work out, though, because the Incendiary pushes him back right to where Device is watching, and that will be...
Best map pool in the Chinese region.
Right.
But past that, it's still not a good map pool internationally. Still not good enough.
Oh, definitely not. Magisk, only a 1-for-1 there. Does get some good damage onto Jam Young. 6 HP. Device is just going to be flashed off a little bit. Now, this is a bit dangerous. Doesn't seem like they know that Zoking is around here, but certainly giving away his position now. Making a lot of noise, trying to draw some sort of attention from the Astralis players, but won't get much. Now it's the A-bomb site that is the name of the game. Device here to try and hold it off. If he watches the vent, he might get a free kill here, and he just gets flashed at the wrong time. Can't get more than the one. A good swing from Kaze, but now that's allowed the rotation across from Astralis, and Zibex denies the bomb plant. This might be it. Vici relying on Kaze to win the 1v2.